Hello everybody, hope you're okay. So I've got my GrandMA here because we're going to be replacing one of the touch components. So this is a touch screen, so you simply just sort of drag it like that, as you can see. It don't work anymore. It's starting to develop some issues. It's being a bit slow, a bit iffy, whatever. So I bought one of these. This is just the touch module. It's not the screen, it's not like the LCD screen, it's just the touch module. And I'm going to show you how I replace this one. This is not an upgrade to the screens. I'm not going from the LCD to the LED ones. This is just a touch module replacement. So let me explain the issue. So this is the main view where I put my layouts and stuff. And normally you sort of just go like that and drag it. And as you can see, by my dragging, I'm not selecting anything. Every now and again, there's a little bit of a box. If you use your nail, it works quite well. But I don't want to use my nail because that really hurts the end of my finger. I don't know if you could see, but it gets a little black. So I bought the new screen module. My hope is I could just replace this one because this one, it seems okay. So I think it goes without saying that step one has got to be shut down the desk and I need to spin it around. So let me do that. Whoever made this really wanted to make it heavy, didn't they? It's really heavy. Can you see that okay? So we're going to be working on this side. You can see that okay. Let me pull you in a bit closer. So if I'm honest, no idea how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to start by taking the screws out. So it looks like the bracket's got to come off. That means it moves. And then I could take the back panel out, probably get to this component. Watch out, because some of the screws are not the same length. So make sure they go back in the right place. So what I'm trying to do is take the screws out of the back mount so that I can leave in this support mount. Because right now that's holding this up. But I think when I take it off, it's going to be flapping around like crazy. Shit. Where did that go? Oh, it's down there. Try not to drop the screws. So let me explain this a bit more. It's just, so the screen kind of is okay. I thought about doing the main sort of screen upgrade that you can do, which is where you can get a new housing like this and move to the LEDs. But that's kind of expensive. Like realistically, it's probably like 3 or 4 grand, I think it is, to do that, if I remember rightly. And I've not really got any issues with the screen. Just that one is getting progressively harder and harder to use. So I'm like, ideally, okay, we're at this stage. Ideally, I'd just be replacing the touch panel. So I'm going to try that. That's what I bought from MA. And let's find out. Let's just find out. How does this come apart? That looks like it lifts. I feel like I might have missed a screw. Oh, I missed a screw up here. So this removes quite nicely, actually, and let's just put that over there. If I tilt that forward, does that stay? That's definitely resting on those encoders, so not ideal. But let's go in there. Okay. Okay. This is the inside of the panel. So you've got this, which is where all the buttons are. The main screen there, and then the secondary screen there. So this is the one we're going to be replacing. It looks like the cable ties have already been removed. Yeah, okay. Maybe I did that earlier. Maybe I've been in here before. I don't think I have. But it's interesting that they've got additional supplementary power, and then what must be the USB components for the touchscreen drivers. Yeah, these must be USB inputs. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This doesn't look too complicated. How do you get those out? Oh, they're like screwed in. Okay, that might be a little complicated. There's some like nuts and bolts here, nuts and bolts there. Okay, let's have a look and see if we can get that removed. How does one get this apart? So it has this little plate that holds the like screen in on either side. I think I'm going to have to take both of them out. Yeah, I'm going to have to take both of them out. So I'm going to have to undo this, which means that this one will be loose. But essentially all this does is just sort of clamp it in place. Just has got some hooks on the top, hook on the bottom, 2 screws. Pretty simple stuff. That was what was over here. I'm going to do the same here, and then I think it will come out. Okay, so that's the second one removed. That was actually quite simple. It's not overly complicated. There's an earth bonding here that you might want to make sure you put back. It might be somewhere else on yours, but for me it's down here. So now let's do the simple thing of take the panel out, hopefully. My hope is it just kind of comes out. That's really annoying. It's so close, but it's catching on these cables. So I think I either bend them a little, that might do it, or I gotta take them out. There we go. Okay, so here we have it. The screen is out. To be fair, this wasn't as difficult as I thought it might have been. I thought this might have been harder to get out. I guess the next bit is going to be difficult. So I don't know if you could see. It's kind of like foil taped around. It's really dirty. I've been cleaning it, so it's really dirty. It looks really dirty. I don't know if the dirt's on the inside or what. I don't know how hard this will be to come apart, but I'm going to have a look. Okay, so hopefully you can see this okay. So this is the back of the panel, and it's taped around the edges. My hope is that actually comes out kind of easily. Some of it doesn't quite look as taped. It looks like it might be already cut, but I'm guessing if I unplug this, oh, sorry. Oh, there you go. I've just given it a bit of a push. I think some of it was cut. So it doesn't look like it was quite as taped as it should have been. But that gives you the actual panel of the screen. And then my guess is, if I tip it all the way flat, the silver foil tape undoes. Or I get a knife. Hold on, I get a knife. My thinking is this is pretty straightforward. There doesn't appear to be any electrical connections, so I think it's literally just give it a little snip. That seems to have done it. I've missed a bit up here. And like that, you have removed it. Actually, you can see how dirty that is. It's not mega clean, is it? But that's taken off the glass panel. So I'm going to put this to one side now. And we'll put the screen to the one side as well. But the screen's looking pretty okay, if I'm honest. Because, of course, you don't actually ever touch this component. So there should be no damage. I'll put that up here. And let's unbox what I got from MA. So this cost me something like $200. And plus a load of tax on the shipping. And it also took like 3 weeks to arrive. But I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Let's give it a snip. So this is the MA Lite touchscreen sensor for the 15-inch display, version 2. Hopefully version 2 is compatible. Okay, so straight away there's some foil tape. I was worried about the lack of foil tape. That appears to be banging. That's all you get in the box. This nice bit of packaging. They've nicely wrapped it up. Let's have a look inside. I like this MA lighting tape. That's quite neat. Okay, so that's just some bubble wrap to wrap it all up. You get some new foil tape. Quite a long strip of it, actually. Which is quite good. As you can see here, it's clearly got a serial number mark, so you'll be able to know which one this is. Because these had the serial numbers on the straps, like on the ribbon cables. So let's just open this up. Okay, there you go. Nicely wrapped, nicely packaged. Instantly, this is different. This connector's different. So there's no clip. But the actual screen component looks very similar. So I'm wondering if I should put it in front of the screen and we should turn the MA on and see if it works and just check. Because if you flip this over, this actually looks like it will take this component. So that just goes into there, hopefully. Let's hold this, plug that into there. That's in there. That went in there nice and tight. I think that will grip okay without the connector. I can't tell if it was supposed to have the connector or not. But that's in there. So let me move this back over to the MA and let's test it. Hopefully you can see this okay. So what I've done is I've just plugged the screen in. I haven't plugged the touch screen component in just yet. I've got that here. What I'm going to do is just spin this around and hold it sort of like that. You can see it. We'll take the touch screen component and plop that there. And then we'll just push that in. And I'm guessing we just need to wait till it boots up. And once it boots up, we should see some stuff on the screen. And we should be able to calibrate the touch component to work. Obviously, this isn't the perfect position for it. It wants to be more like up there. But we can work with this for now, just as a test to make sure it actually works and the touch works. Okay, so the screen's come on now. I'm going to immediately try and do some touching. This seems to work. Is this better? Oh, this is way better. It's not perfect, and I can't clear that. You can tell it's not perfect because I haven't got it quite aligned right. But that is so much smoother, so much easier to use. It makes a massive difference. Because actually the brightness of the panel is fine. It's just how hard it is for me to do that. And obviously I've got all the film still on here. So this is working. So I could just unplug this panel now, shut down the desk, and we'll be back off to installing it. So I hope you can see this okay. So I've got the screen. It's actually not looking too bad. Like overall, it's quite a nice screen. So let's lay that like that, which is how it goes, with the touch component cable coming in there, data and all that stuff going in there. Let's then take the glass and let's peel off the protective film. Is the protective film on both sides? Yes. There's protective film on both sides. Oh, that sounds so satisfying. Woo! Gotta love some protective film. Actually, to be fair, this is just as dirty, but it's so much better. So let's flip that around. I shouldn't have put the screen there. Hold on. Move that out of the way. Oh, there's a clip. For now, I'll leave that there. Let me get a cloth. Just gonna give it a nice little brush. Just being careful at the edges. Give it a nice clean. Make sure no dirt. Gonna do the same with this because you can see there's a few fingerprint marks now. It's looking pretty good, if you ask me. So this should be quite simple. Take the panel and layer it above the glass like that. Is my guess of how that goes. How does that look? You kind of want it like that. Actually, I think you want to butt it up to the top because there's more technology here in this line than there is at the bottom. So what I'm thinking of doing is just using the metal foil tape. I think really I'm just going to try and go around the edges of the screen first and not touch the touch panel. That's a little annoying. I'm a little short on the tape, but once it's in the case, I think it'll be okay. I don't think this will be holding it much. The pressure that it gets from being pushed flat against the panel. So let's see, is this where I want it? No, that wants to come down slightly. Oh, it's stuck. I've kind of gone along the top first. I just felt like that was the obvious place to start. By no means is this a perfect job. You can see it's a little wrinkly. But I don't think that'll be an issue. It'll get pushed flat and that'll all be fine. Right, let's do this side. Right, that's that on. I think that's that on. Just to fill this gap so that no dust gets in, I'm just going to get some black LX and just snip a bit and put a bit of tape on it. So far, I think this has been pretty painless. This looks quite nice. I like how it looks as a screen. It feels much nicer. It's much softer. So if you look at the two, one on top of each other, this has got like, oh, it's got a dotted pattern. I don't think the other one's got a dotted pattern, no. You won't be able to see this at all, but there is actually a dotted pattern in here. But this is rough. It's much rougher. This is the glass bit, but this is just much rougher surface. It must degrade over time. I guess the desk is from 2011. Touch components have improved since then, haven't they? Right, let's put this back in there, shall we? I've got the panel. I'm going to try and get it in there. I just thought I'd bring you a bit closer so you could see it all, see how it goes in. I'm hoping this is relatively straightforward. So I kind of went like that. You've got to slide it under there, and then it's just these cables that it kind of needs to lift above. Ooh. It went in! Okay, so let's plug that in there. Push this up, take the touch bar holder. That way it can only go in one place. Now take the diddly fucking bolts. And some pliers. Right, so let me get this all screwed in now that that's it. I think that was kind of it. And then we could spin it around and just check it's all working. Good to go. So I've got both of them in. That was a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I think the fact that this just moves and actually is kind of flexible. With the screws not being secured, it's a little flexible. So let me just try and get these in, and then hopefully it's all good. So it's done. It's back together. It got a little difficult putting it back together when we got to the bracket component, you know, the bit that lifts this up, because of course it's got that hydraulic arm, so that was a little difficult. But otherwise, it kind of went okay. And I don't know if you could see, but it's a lot less glaring. It's a lot more glare resistant. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It looks a little better. I think that's just because it's newer. It does look a little better. It looks a lot nicer. So I'm just waiting for this to boot up. When it boots up, we'll calibrate it. We'll just see. But I think it's much better. From the initial impressions I got when we were holding it together, it felt a lot easier to use. So I'm hoping it's going to be a lot easier to use in here. I think it's a little loose. It could have probably done with a bit more tape. That might be because I put the foil tape on wrong. But I could probably solve that and come back to that at some point. Because I think I'm probably going to do this one. If this has worked and it's good, I'll do this one. Obviously, I'm not going to film that. You can just watch this video. It's the same. Okay, so we are up and running. Oh my, look at that. Whee. I'm in shock. I did not think the improvement was going to be that night and day. Like, compared to how this one is. If I do the same sort of pressure, you get this sort of jump in. Clear that all. So, basically selected nothing. Worth it. 100% worth it. That is so much better. And it's so much better from the glare perspective and everything. This has definitely been a project that I've enjoyed. So, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope if you're trying this, you've learned how to do it. If you're not, I hope you've enjoyed just watching me do it. But this has been good. If you want me to do anything more about MA, let me know, because I'm more than happy to. I have one of these. It's sitting here, consuming power in my house, racking up an electric bill. So let me know. Until then, enjoy. Goodbye.